Hello, fight fans, and welcome to the EVE-NT Alliance Open. This is Day 1, Match 1 with Brave Collective versus the Tuskers. A fascinating bout with extremely similar comps on both sides, despite being fundamentally different alliances in terms of their philosophies and organizations. They both seem to have come in on the same page here, with a triple battleship core setup, 3 Fleet Tempests on the Brave side, with 2 Fleet Typhoons and a Vindicator on the Tuskers side. Both have armor logistics, with Brave election to go with a single Oneirus versus 2 Pontifex for the Tuskers. The Tuskers brought a double Purifier, which is interesting. It'll definitely play into this matchup, as they are looking to put as much damage on those Fleet Tempests as possible. Both teams seem to have started in quite close, so we should see the missiles and autocannon or artillery, depending on what these Tempests are running. They should be flying fast and furious. With 25 seconds to go, what is the potential strategy here? I think for the Tuskers, with that Vindicator, that to me indicates these are not Cruise Typhoons. These are most likely Rapid Heavy or Torpedo Typhoons, with a slight favorability for the Torpedo, since the Vindicator's web bonus will make those torpedoes apply for maximum damage. The Brave Collective Svipples are probably their greatest advantage. If those two can get on top of the Tuskers Purifiers and Deacons and take them out of the fight early, this could be a very interesting fight. Now we see the Brave Collective team kiting backward as the Vindicators and Fleet Typhoons of the Tuskers rush forward. Both teams starting to apply scum control, with Drizzle Longwood's Tempest already webbed down. That's not good. That is a Vindicator web. He is going at a fraction of his normal speed, and already you can see the massive amount of damage coming his way. Not hitting armor yet, but you know that's coming soon. Missile and tracking disruption on the Vindicators and Typhoons for the Tuskers, but it does not look like it is going to save the Tempest here. Also, their Purifier coming under fire, most likely from probably the Pontifexes, putting out a little extended damage. But it's chip damage. It could also be some drones. It's not going to be a lot. The Oneirus should be able to keep it up, but it is going to take some rep power away from the Tempest, which is withering, just got chunked down to 1/3 armor, almost gone with the armor. It is getting absolutely demolished here. Those are definitely Torpedo Typhoons taking massive chunks out of Drizzle Longwood. His Fleet Tempest is in serious trouble, and the Tuskers are not facing much return damage. Their Vindicator is slowly dropping, but is still quite healthy, and there goes the first blood. The Tempest is down. Brave Collective down 1/3 of their core battleship fleet. He's hanging on by a thread, but that Tempest is done. And with that Tempest being shredded, it looks like all the other battleships are all clustered around each other. So yes, you can immediately see Dujek One-Eye's Tempest is now tackled as well, already taken into half armor. I can't even keep up with how fast these Tempests are dying. The Fleet Typhoons from the Tuskers are shredding the Brave Collective comp. Now, their one potential advantage is a lot of their smaller ships have kited outside of range, which means the Fleet Typhoons and the Vindicators will have a hard time catching up to them. All 3 of those ships extremely short range. The Vindicator is taking a lot of return damage, but he is tanking it up, and now that that second Fleet Tempest is down, it is unlikely that Vindy will drop. The Deacons are keeping him very healthy right now. The Purifier is taking some damage here. I think if the Purifiers drop, that will help. But the torpedoes from the Fleet Typhoons are chunking the Tempest now. It is going to take a lot to stabilize them. Tuskers is not even bothering to go after the Oneirus of Yukiko Kami. They are just punching right through his reps with maximum prejudice. Now, they've scrammed the Oneirus now. That could potentially be their next target after the Tempest and Purifier drop. Meanwhile, the Tuskers Purifier heavily tackled. He is under a lot of fire right now, but he is getting reps from the Deacons, and they are holding him up quite well, as a matter of fact. And there's the third Tempest. Brave Collective now down all of their core DPS. All they have are these Svipples and a very heavily damaged Purifier and Punisher. The Skybreaker, a useful ship for tackle, a useful ship for some distracting damage, but with this much control on the Tuskers side, that is not going to be that much of a factor. Now we see the Svipple now fully tackled. He's webbed, he's tracking disrupted, he's got a painter on, and he goes down. This snowball from the Tuskers is going to make it very unlikely that Brave Collective can come back from this. I think they are very comfortably going to take this match. However, they do have a lot of cleanup to go, and points do matter in this tournament. The majority of the rest of this match is going to be Tuskers attempting to chase down the Brave Collective as Brave, true to their name, bravely fighting on, going for every last scrap of damage that they can get, but this Purifier is tanking. The Pontifex is now tackled on the Tuskers, but that is not taking much damage. They've lost the Magus, 2 Sipples down. The Aneros is scrammed. Their Punisher is webbed. That is most likely the next one to fall. And there we have it. It is starting to go deep into armor now. The Aneros also webbed down. It looks like they've swapped webs from the Purifier to the Aneros, trying to accelerate the end of this match by taking out the logistics of Yuki Kokami. This will be a slightly tougher fight for the Tuskers to bring him down because of its low signature radius. The torpedoes from the Purifiers and Vindicator will not apply as strongly to the Aneros, but without the rep drones from the battleships, it's unlikely he will have enough local tank to overcome the sheer amount of damage being hurled at him. Meanwhile, the Purifier from the Tuskers is holding on. He's got full armor, barely any structure left, but a comfortable buffer there. And Brave Collective at this point in the match just not able to throw out enough return damage to overcome those Deacons. Perhaps if they focused on... and now the Purifiers down there, Neris is just about down. This match is over. I was about to say maybe if they focused on one Deacon, they might have a shot at getting some points here, but I don't think they have enough DPS left to claim any kills. That Punisher is almost certainly fit to be more of a heavy tackle and screening frigate than any serious source of damage. Their Skybreaker, likewise, an interesting mechanic ship with the way it shoots out its chain lightning weapon. However, it is taking a ton of fire here, and the overall alpha and DPS on a single target, unlikely enough to threaten any of these ships. And it's now, the Punisher is now also webbed. It's tracking disrupted, it's painted, it's scrammed. It is trying to counter-scram a Deacon, which is, again, a brave effort from Brave Collective, but too little too late. Sid Matthews goes down. Their Skybreaker of Draenor shortly to follow, and the Tuskers, one of the most elite teams in this tournament and one of the most feared pirate alliances on the TQ server, is about to take this first match. That was a little bit one-sided looking at the end of it, but kind of a mirror match here. It really could have gone any way in the opening moments there. The Tuskers landing a key tackle on the Fleet Tempest and bringing this match home early. Congratulations to the Tuskers for a full 100-point victory.